Do you guys ever have those days where it's just like no matter what you do with your makeup, it just doesn't turn out right? I feel like that was my kind of day today. Hey guys, this is me from the future. I just wanted to come and say that I'm a moron and I forgot to film an intro for this video. So here is my intro for my Wet n Wild brush review. This brush set came with 10 brushes and honestly, they didn't really come with anything that's like a foundation brush or anything that I would use for foundation. Rather, like maybe this, but I think that would be like a nice contour brush. But nothing that I would personally use for foundation. So I went ahead and did my foundation and my concealer with my beauty blender. Everyone has a beauty sponge, so that's what I used. Obviously, if you're doing a brush collection with only 10 brushes, something's gonna be left out. So I'm not really mad about that. But anyway, so far I have my foundation, my concealer, and for eyeshadow today I'm going to be using both the Pastel Goth and the Saint Sinner palette. I'm going to be going in with the shade Clementine on a fluffy brush. This one looks pretty promising. The handles feel pretty nice. I think they're plastic, but they are like a chrome finish. They don't feel like super expensive, but they don't feel super cheap either. Just kind of like middle of the road, like normal Wet n Wild brushes. I like their brushes a lot. So I'm just gonna go in with Clementine on this fluffy brush and throw that into my crease. It's like my favorite crease color ever. Then I'm going to go in with the Saint Sinner palette. I think I'm going to go in with Devil on a smaller brush. I'm going to take this one, which looks like it could be like a packer. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take this one, actually. I'm going to take this little small one and then just kind of define the crease a little bit more. Put it on the outer portion of my eye as well. Then take that initial brush and blend that out a little bit more. I'm going to also take the same brush, kind of wipe it off a little bit, the little brush, and then go in with Crucifix and then just put that on the outer V, I guess. Then take that big fluffy brush again and just kind of blend that out. Then I'm going to take what looks to be like a packer kind of brush, and I don't know what I want to do. I think I'm going to go in with Amen because I really like this color and I think it's going to complement this look really well. Put that all over my lid where there's nothing, and then I'm just gonna go ahead with the same shade and just kind of highlight the brow. I hardly ever highlight my brow, but I'm just in the mood to do it today. Honestly, I think I want to take that little tiny brush again and go back in with Crucifix and take it in a little bit more. Honestly, I don't usually have a problem building up the colors. I think it might just be the brushes, or maybe next time I would use them differently. I think you're like definitely gonna have to like supplement the brush set. I don't think you can get like a full completed look with the brush set, which is fine. Like I don't expect brush sets to be full and complete unless you're getting like maybe 2 or 3 of them. Like I think if you took the Wet n Wild brushes that are already there and then used these as well, I think they would complement each other. Also, it's getting like a little bit patchy, and I know that that's my fault because it was kind of skipping when I set the concealer, so that was my bad. I'm just gonna move on to the bottom lash line now. I'm gonna take this, which we used Amen, and then go in with Devil, and then start the lower lash line, and then just kind of like leave a space near the tear duct area. I'm gonna go back in with the little brush again that has Crucifix on it and just kind of try to get that more concentrated towards the lash line. This probably isn't the best brush to do this, but it's fine. And I'm gonna go back in with Devil and then blend that bottom lash line down a little bit more. The set didn't come with an eyebrow brush, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows off camera and I will be right back. Okay, so my brows are done. My face is set. And I did go back in, and I just didn't want to bore you guys with the details, but I did go in like a million times and try to blend this out better. So if my eyes look different, that's why. These brushes take a lot of blending with this product. Although I feel like the center palette does, like, the colors do sometimes need a lot of blending, but it's still a workable palette. I didn't feel like there was a good brush in here to set my powder because I do like a dense brush, and I am going to work after this, so I want to look presentable for the next 8 hours. So that's why I chose not to use one of these brushes. I'm going to go in with this very interesting brush for contour. It has like a little dip in it, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm just going to use the e.l.f. contour palette, and I'm going to take the dark shade and just put it on the outside and hope and pray. Okay. It's not my favorite. Definitely not my most favorite brush for contour, but we're gonna make it work. Then I'm gonna use this brush right here and contour my nose. Yikes. Oh no. You know, I'm just gonna take this same brush and like try to use it for cheek contour too. Just to make it a little bit... Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. But I'm gonna go get my beauty blender or a powder brush and try to make this look better. Okay, so it's not my favorite nose contour, but we're gonna go with it. Okay, so I'm pretty excited to use this brush. I believe it's a highlighting brush, and I'm going to go in with my Ofra Glazed Donut highlighter, which is like my favorite highlighter, and I'm just going to okay, I see you. Honestly, this brush takes a little bit more blending than my favorite brush, which is a Sigma Soft Blend Concealer brush that I love using for highlight. But I'm not mad. Now I'm going to use this kind of fluffy brush for blush, and I'm going to take the Sealy Style blush series or something. Lust for Blush High Impact Series Volume 3, and I'm going to go in with the shade Barely There. So the only brushes that I didn't use were these three. I didn't use this one, which I'm assuming you can probably use as concealer, and then this big fluffy brush, and then this, oh my god, this looks like it would be such a good concealer or contour brush. Let's try it one more time. Let's just try this. Oh yeah, this is a way better contour brush. Oh my god, this one, I like this. I like this a lot. It reminds me of one of my favorites, which is the Real Techniques contour brush. I like this one. Yes, ma'am. Oh yes. I think the nose contour is just like not even gonna be able to be fixed at this point. But I love this brush. Okay, this has totally redeemed itself. This brush is bomb. This is a really good brush. So the only two that I haven't used are these two, and this is a big fluffy brush, which I think would be really nice for like removing baking, which I can do right now because I did bake a tiny little bit, but I don't think there's much there anyway. And then this little brush, which I think is a concealer brush. But anyway, the brushes that I did like, I loved this contour brush. I'm really happy with it. The eye brushes I liked too. These two here, I really liked these two. And then I did really like this little guy here. The highlighting brush was like whatever. I feel like this was a nice little blush brush. I would probably use it. The contour brush I'm definitely going to use. And then the highlighting brush, I feel like I have better highlighting brushes, so maybe I won't use that. I think that I would use this fluffy brush again. Maybe not for highlighter, but maybe I would use it for eyeshadow. And then this big fluffy brush I would definitely use for like removing excess powder and stuff like that. I think 7 brushes that I would use out of 10. Let's see how much that would be. So if I just end up using 7 and then the other 3 are just garbage, they would end up being $4.30 a piece, which the brushes are $3 a piece, but if I end up not using them, then you know what I'm saying. So you would basically be paying, I would be paying $4.30 per brush, which actually isn't that bad. And I feel like the brushes are pretty like high quality, not like the best quality in the world, but they're not the worst quality. They're cute, they're sleek. I definitely don't regret purchasing this because they are so inexpensive, but I don't know, I don't think if you're in the market for new brushes, then maybe skip these. But if you need some new brushes and some affordable vegan brushes, then these might be good for you. Okay, so now that I'm done with my makeup, I just have a few points that I want to share with you. So first of all, I did go back in with the brushes again and kind of just like build everything up a little bit more, but I knew that was going to be like kind of boring and make this video way longer than it had to be. I feel like it did take like a little bit building up. Some brushes that I do have, like everything just goes on really super pigmented the first time. With these brushes, I did have to kind of like pack on the pigment, especially for like highlight and blush and stuff, and definitely contour. If you guys are looking for a new set, maybe this is something that you would be into. I think it's a good deal for the price, but it's definitely not my favorite brush set. But I feel like the Wet n Wild brushes in general are not my most favorite brushes anyway. Some of them are my favorite, and then some of them are like, it's kind of like hit or miss. I don't think that these are bad brushes necessarily, but I do feel with every brush set, you're always going to have a few brushes that you don't necessarily like. But I think for the price point, this is a really good price point. Normal Wet n brushes range anywhere from I think $1 to $3-ish. So the fact that you're getting a bunch of brushes for $3 each that are pretty decent quality, I don't think that the handles feel too cheap or anything. I think it's a pretty good deal. If you guys are looking for some new brushes, I feel like Wet n Wild does make some really great brushes, but they are kind of hit or miss. But that is like any other company that makes brushes, let's be honest. I have a lot of e.l.f. brushes, Real Technique brushes, Furless brushes, and I feel like they all have really great brushes that I enjoy and I reach for all the time, but they also have brushes that I never reach for. So you give and take with brush sets like this. I am really excited to do this. I've never done really anything like this on my channel, but since these were very inexpensive, I decided to pick another one up for you guys to do a giveaway. So go over to my Instagram, it's right here, and then go ahead and enter. All of the rules will be over on Instagram for your chance to win this beautiful brush set, and who knows, maybe you'll end up liking these brushes. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like this video, subscribe if you're not already. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.